Trev, I first heard from you would be in around, it was 2004.
Yeah.
And that's when you had come into Ireland to do your first tour. Now, I'd seen you just before that, you did some enhancement work for the WWE back in the day.
Yeah.
So we'll go on about your tryouts later on that you had. But the match I saw you in was you and another Canadian chap, I can't think of his name offhand, and you were against...
Ruffy Silverstein was his name.
Silverstein.
Yeah.
And you were against Rosey and...
The Hurricane
Helms.
Yeah.
It was a very long match actually for an enhancement match. I think it went like
I'm gonna tell you, dude, those two guys were amazing. Right? When we showed up to the match and stuff like that, or I showed up to the event, showed up to the venue, and they just put two of us together against those guys, right? And so here I am, you know, I'm with this guy that I do not know. He is not my regular tag team partner. Rosey The Hurricane come up to us, right? And the Hurricane says, so we're working you guys tonight. I just said jokingly, I said, do you know who's going over? Right? We all just laughed at it, right? And those guys were beautiful. And even years later, I actually reached out to him on social media. And I thanked him. Hurricane. Yeah. I reached out to him and I thanked him for being so good to me and being so genuine and having fun, because that's what those guys were. Those guys were 100% genuine. Now, Rosey almost broke my nose. He gave me a smack, Lord G. I went over the top rope, and the first thing I had to check was I bleeding, right? And but it was so much fun and it was awesome. I even actually when we got out to the ring, because at the time I had my head cropped, and a Goldberg chant started, and I was like, oh my god, am I going to get in trouble for that? Right? Like I didn't know, you know. So, but it was a very cool experience to wrestle in front of that many people in my home country.
If you go onto YouTube, the match is on YouTube. It's from a Sunday Night Heat tape.
Sunday Night Heat, yeah. Just there's a few matches up there that I have on YouTube. I didn't put many there because I put them up for a promoter in Japan actually. And all things fell apart there, but if you just Google Vid Vane, and it'll be up there.
And that's what I'm saying with the match. It was a very interesting match because it was competitive.
Yeah, so we had a good match.
Guys, it was a very competitive match.
It wasn't a squash at all, and we had a good match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shocking that went so long. That's what I mean. Like, yeah.